And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road at Phil's Dream Pit. Whoo, doggies. The quest for perfect barbecue already come to the door, ready to roll here on this 15th day of October. Hard to believe we're at the halfway point of the month of October. We are at 70 days till Christmas Eve. Is that not hard to believe? It's for me, it's very hard to believe. 70 days till Christmas Eve, 2024. Unbelievable. Now, make sure we got this all set up here. There you go. Sounds a little bit not quite as hot as they say in the business. But we're very excited because we're taking orders for the smoked hams and smoked turkeys for the holidays. So if you're 70 days away from Christmas Eve, you know where you are as far as Thanksgiving. Ever so closer. And so they're taking orders for the hickory smoked turkeys and the hickory smoked hams for the holidays. Your choice. And they will have them small, medium, large, and extra large sizes this year. And as we get closer to the holiday itself, you're going to have the ability to order online with it. But right now it's a phone call, 349-6437, Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Love coming out here. Man, oh man, oh man. Pull in the parking lot and you just smell it. Whoo, Brendan back there, our pit master, smoking it. The brisket. Oh, the ribs, pulled pork, pulled chicken. Here it is. Here they are. The Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Our pregame sponsor of all the Cyclone sports. We love that. Brian said, sign me up for another year. I love it. I said, gotcha. So there you go. We're very excited about that, obviously. Anyway, Phil's Dream Pit's where we are broadcasting live. Going to be joined by David Lyons coming by here a few minutes from Brummett Sports Shop. He said, I'll come out there and get me some barbecue from Phil's Dream Pit, and he's going to do some show and tell, and we're excited about that. Also, Brendan Sweeney, the assistant athletic director from Milligan, come by to give us an update what's going on there. Lots going on. I told you, here we go. Told you what's going to happen. It's going to become a power conference. SEC Big Ten got the story. They're going to start scheduling each other non-conference games to build their strength of schedule. Told you what's going to happen. It's going to be the Big Ten, the SEC, and everybody else. And the NCAA can do nothing about it. We'll show you that, tell you all about that coming up here in a few minutes. National Anthem time, here we go. It is a cool day. We got a chance of some flurries in the mountains tonight. Yep, so in your help for the folks around here for Helene, please consider now switching from, of course, non-perishables are always good, but now we got folks needing sweatshirts, long johns, toboggans, gloves. We've hit that point now. So please consider giving, and we will thank you ahead of time for that. So she will sing with frost coming out of her mouth because she sang, I think it was at wherever it was cold that night. So because it's kind of chilly today, here's Martina McBride of the National Anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Oh, yeah. Came in the other day, on the way to the football game Friday. On the way to Northview Academy, stopped, got me a hash brown casserole to go and a pulled chicken sandwich to go. Whoo! And chased it with some Diet Dew. I'm telling you, it's great food here, folks. Laura's here. Michaela's here. Ashley's here. Cassidy's here. Of course, the owner's here. Brian, he's going to talk to us in a few minutes. Love coming out here once a month. And, of course, they're our pregame sponsor of everything Cyclones. Friday night, Volunteer. Off week next week, then we'll go to Greenville to wrap up the regular season, the playoffs start. Then you look around the corner, basketball's getting ready to crank up. Good night. Again, 70 days till Christmas Eve. Who's having birthdays today? Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Palmer having a birthday. 79 today. What a pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles back in the day. Also, Britain's Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, having a birthday today, 65. And Emeril Lagasse, the world-famous television chef, having a birthday, 65 today. Hello, Carl. Uncle Tom, that's my buddy Carl Wilson. And Michael and the boys. I like him. And Daphne and I was watching Michaela over there getting the tea machine ready to go. So we appreciate you all being with us out there. So as I said, here we go. Told you this is going to happen. It keeps edging that way. You know, they met, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago, in Nashville and said, we're just getting together. Just having our usual Big Ten SEC meeting. Big Ten SEC normally doesn't meet together. Not as much as they have over the last year or so. Here we go. Nonetheless, the Big Ten and the SEC are in preliminary discussions, which means it's going to happen, about staging a series of non-conference games with each other in conference, enhancing their financial dominance, there you go, over the rest of the FBS. Of course, this year we've had Texas, Michigan, we've had Alabama, Wisconsin, raised a lot of money, raised a lot of awareness, and they liked it. Athletic directors and the brass of these two conferences, they like it a lot. Plus, ESPN owns the SEC media rights and would be making big bucks off of such a deal. It's going to happen, folks. I mean, it's just real simple. They've just said it. We're going to look at preliminary discussions to schedule our non-conference games against each other. What does that do, you ask? Circles the wagons. Makes that much stronger. Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti, I think that's how you say it. Anyway, Tony, we're not real close. A former television executive, among those interested in creating as many meaningful games as possible. I'm telling you, it's what's going to happen. It's happening. Big Ten, SEC, and everybody else. Now, the ACC's not happy. Shouldn't be. The Big Ten and the SEC are seemingly open to the idea. Now it's become possible that the expanded playoff, that you can lose multiple games and still get in the playoffs, which is probably what's going to happen. I don't think anybody's going to run the table, including Texas. I'm not sure they'll win this weekend. But I just don't see somebody running the table, going undefeated and win a national championship in college football. It's too much parity. But we'll see. Texas, before joining the Southeastern Conference, had added Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, and Florida to the non-conference schedule. But now they're in the SEC, so it doesn't matter. Now, the Big 12 and the ACC will probably be against all this happening because it limits their ability to get their teams in the field. Big Ten, SEC, they don't care. Obvious. So they met last week to discuss further common interests together. Mark it down. Old Tom, he ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but old Tom's telling you it's coming. A power conference, Big Ten, SEC. So what did it say? They met last week in Nashville to do what? To discuss furthering their common interest. Yeah. So that's what's going to happen. All right, Major League Baseball yesterday. Carlos Rodon mowed him down, and Giancarlo Stanton had a big game. Rodon held the Guardians to 1 run on 3 hits out of walk. 9 strikeouts, 7 on a slider. He threw 93 pitches and deuced 25 swing and misses, the most by a Yankees pitcher since 2008. So Rodon was on it. And so were the Yankees. They win last night. Stanton goes deep with a home run. This guy's ripping the cover off the ball. Stanton's 13th career home run and 115 playoff at-bats. Come on in and sit down, young man, right there. The water's warm. Mr. Lyons in the house today. Come all the way from Elizabethton to show you show and tell from Brummett Sports Shop. He's now driven in. We're talking about Stanton. Judge still in a slump, but that's okay because Stanton's picking him up. Driven home 29 runs and 39 playoff games for the Yankees. Wow. So now on the other side of the coin, not a good, tough story for Landon Knack from Johnson City. Serves up a grand slam to Mark Vientos for the New York Mets. They go on to win it 7-3. Francisco Lindor leadoff home run. You kind of knew where it was going. It was a staff game. Ryan Brazier started it. Dodgers went into game 2 having 33 scoreless consecutive innings. That went away on the first inning. Lindor goes deep with a home run. Sean Manaea worked 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, 2 of those earned. So there you go. Now what happens? Lindor's 8th career postseason home run in 37 games. Francisco Lindor getting it done. So Landon Knack serves up a grand salami. Now what happens? It's a travel day today. Moving to Yankee Stadium, which is going to be very cold, I would think, in Yankee Stadium tomorrow night. Walker Buehler for the Dodgers and Luis Severino for the Mets. So the Yankees in Cleveland, they play again today, do they not? Let's see. We double check. I think they do. They play again today. They should. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Here we go. Yep. They're going to be Garrett Cole against Tanner Bobby tonight at 7:30 at Yankee Stadium. By the way, I know you want to know this, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Kelsey and Taylor Swift are in the stands or up in the suite last night watching the game. I know you wanted to know that. So there you go. I know David. David's he's a Swiftie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and you both. Hello, Ronnie Payne. How you doing, sir? Carl Wilson, thanks for watching. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. It is good. You ever had it?
Yeah, it worked.
Yep. He's fixing to get him a plate here in a minute. We're going to take a break. Hello, Derek Nave. David Lyons is here. So, again, game 2 tonight. Tanner Bobby for the Guardians and Garrett Cole for the Yankees. You got to like the Yankees at home with Cole on the mound. By the way, Carlos Rondon last night said, you know what I learned from him? He said, I'm out there, my previous starts, all flailing around and being very animated. And said, I wanted to go out there and be cool like Garrett Cole. And he was. And his pitching showed that. Big loss for the Tennessee Volunteers and the Florida Gators in that game. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. They both lose superstars off the team. It's going to affect both teams the rest of the way. Very sad. They're both with season-ending injuries. Keelan Peely, gone for the Tennessee Volunteers, and Graham Mertz, the quarterback for Florida, walking off the field. He's backpedaling. I watched the video. He's walking off nobody hit him. It was a non-contact injury. Blew out his knee, tore his ACL. He's done, Graham Mertz. So Florida goes with the freshman for the rest of the way, Lagway. And, of course, Tennessee will find someone to replace the guy that's tied with tackles on the team. Keelan Peely, hurt again, gone for the year. Big losses for both teams. Tennessee, of course, and Alabama, Saturday at 3:30 in Knoxville. Quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. Let's get him on and let him. He's got a whole box of show and tell. Remember, Christmas shopping, you have 70 days till Christmas Eve, and you got a box full of stuff over here he's going to tell you that you can enjoy, like that varsity jacket I'm looking at right off the top. Weather's cool. It's going to be cold tonight. It's talking about flurries up in the mountains, which is crazy. Last week, was this last week? It was 90-some degrees. Maybe not that hot, but it's been warm. And now we're switching gears, and we're hunkering down for a cool next couple of nights here in the hills of Easton. It's a-working. And don't forget, smoked turkeys, smoked hams for the holidays. 349-6437. You can go ahead and order them. They get so many orders, they bring a refrigerated trailer out here to hand them off to people. That's how many they sell. It's unbelievable. They run through the smoked hams. They're all done right here. Smoked hams, smoked turkeys for the holidays. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. And we start them off at 4. Dream pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides. Gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertising out from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, a quart and a half of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want. $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open.
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media?
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is. That's our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Hello to Rick Ranson in Pensacola, Florida. How you doing, sir? Thank you for watching. Show number 2,165. Oh, absolutely. Come on in here. You want a picture? Sure. There's some folks in there from the Red Cross. Yes, ma'am. We're live. Yes. Where are you from? Oh, good. On Facebook and YouTube. There you go. The Red Cross, and they're picking up food. Thank you for what you all do. And an Army veteran on top of that. Amen. Both of you, thank you. There you go. We're free. We're free because of you kids for what you did. Thank you. Hello, Rita Waycaster. So when you do this show, you just never know who you were run into, or what. Yesterday it was the Eder boys. So that was Nikki and Eli. Yeah, went totally blank. I'll think of the other one in a minute. Good night. He's the one dressed up for me like Halloween last year. I just went totally blank. What's his name? Eli's the little one. Anyway, it'll come to me. Hello, Joey Setfin. Welcome to my world. You don't ever have that problem. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Can you smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, son, it's awesome.
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, lawsy mercy. That brisket, they got brisket chili because the weather's turned. They're lining up coming through the door here. They do this every time we're here. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 7. Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26, where we are, broadcasting live. Tomorrow, we will give you the rest of the week. Tomorrow we'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Thursday we'll be at Lingerfield Drug Center. Friday it's Customer Appreciation Day at David Collins. Got a bunch of free food they're giving away. Just way of saying thanks for another great year, 2023. And 2024 is being a booming year, too, for David Collins at Collins and Company on Armed Forces Drive there in downtown Elizabeth. And we'll be there on Friday, kicking off the weekend. Now, we got Show and Tell, Brumman Sports Shop, love promoting Brummett Sports Hub. This man right here. So I'm sure before this is over with, he's getting ready. See, he knows that when he laughs, he's thinking, yeah, I brought something for the old cowboy to buy. I guarantee it. And that's okay. I love it because they do a great job. So,
Well, we appreciate all you do for us.
oh, I love it. It's an honor to promote you guys. You do a great job. A mom and pop sports shop in Elizabethton that serves anywhere, all over the place. In town, out of town, in state, out of state.
Yep.
They
That's it.
ship and they do it local and they do it right. So there you go.
Yep. So
Here we go. Let's do show and tell. What we start with.
we'll start off with these little things first.
All right.
So it's something we started doing the last little bit. Just a little koozie. That one's Elizabethton. We've got Hampton, Unaka, Happy Valley. We can even do business. You know, Collins. Want Collins and Company on it? You can put that on it.
There you go. Tom
Any-
Taylor Sports. You can put
That's
that on
it.
it.
Anything you'd like.
Interesting. So, how much are these?
I think they're $5.
$5 a piece.
Yep.
Okay. I'm getting ready to place an order.
Oh.
There you go. See, when I got up this morning, I thought Lyons is coming. So why do I do this? Because he's going to take money out of my pocket.
I'm going to have to leave my wallet in the car.
That's why do I book this man? Because he knows he's got me. So anyway, I'm going to get some of those koozies to give away. All right, here we go.
And then we've got Band Tuffy stickers now.
The Betsy Band
Yep.
heading off on our third straight band championship.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's got the Tuffy stickers. I mean,
Yep.
the Betsy Band stickers. All right.
All right, and then we did one for you, but these are our new sublimated license plate.
Which are really nice. Hello, Pete Welch. How you doing, sir? Floyd Nave.
I've got a black one that says Fighting Cyclones on it. I've got the new Hampton Bulldog on one, the front face. Happy Valley, we've got the HV instead of the W. Unicoi County, any of them.
Had it upside down. My bad. There's the Happy Valley. There you go. The Warriors.
Yep.
Had it upside. I kept thinking, who's them? Dang-a-lang. It's
It's
W
not
for the Warriors.
Maryville. We don't do Maryville. right here.
Good night. But you could.
We could.
Yeah.
I'm a Elizabethton boy, so.
Happy Valley. How much do those go for?
I think these are 12.
$12.
Yeah.
Those are metal, by the way, folks.
Yep. All metal.
Yep. We're here live at Phil's Dream Pit. Later on, Brendan Sweeney will join us, the assistant athletic director from Milligan University. All right. What else we got, sir?
So we'll do this one right here. This is probably my favorite style hat. It's a Champro HC1. The sweatband inside is like terry cloth. Very soft, very comfortable.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's what this one is. It's the same. You don't want to touch this one. I've been wearing it.
No,
anyway.
that's all right. But this is nice. Very nice.
Unicoi County.
Any color, any team.
Yep. I'm getting ready to place another order. I think I may be getting some camouflage ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can do any school on the camouflage ones. So.
Any school, any color, just a phone call away. They can help you. Hello, Sandra Perkins.
That's it.
As we, let's see who else we want to say hello to real quick. Joey Sutphin. You said read away. Michael Stafford. Hello, sir. Hello to you, Derek Nave. Thank you all for watching. All right. What's next?
So we did these Carter County Strong
Oh,
shirts
yes.
and hats and things of that nature. And here's just a glimpse of what the hat looks like. Just got an order in yesterday of them.
The Covered Bridge,
Yep.
a heart, and Carter County Strong. I love it. These go for how much?
Those right there, I think they're 20.
$20.
Yep. And it's a 3D or a raised design.
Oh, it is. Yep.
So.
Carter County Strong
Yeah.
with a
and,
cover.
and we had cut off orders, but we got so many people calling that we've opened them back up. So
Oh, really?
if you called and we told you we'd cut off orders,
We're
call
back. We're
Yeah.
back on.
Yeah, we just overwhelming support, trying to help. You know, the money right now. I think we've raised that donationable, so $9,873
Wow.
that we're going to be able to give back to the area to help rebuild. Try to do some things around sports as well. We're a sports shop, so that's been on the table about how we can help in that realm as well. So really doing all we can to help from our position.
$9,873 they raised for the cause.
Yep.
And so now we're selling these hats, and that goes to the cause too.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So that's a good looking hat too. Carter County's on the Covered Bridge and a big heart, and Carter County Strong right across it.
Yep, and that was a hand-drawn design as well.
Oh, was it really?
Not me. I can't draw a straight line.
No.
But somebody else.
I understand.
She designed it for us and did a great job at that.
Yep.
So, All right.
Here's the Little People's varsity jackets. This will be the West Side Wildcats
Yep.
from Elizabethton, of course. So here is Little People's varsity jackets, which is really neat.
Yep. That's youth sizes. We just put out a post on Facebook yesterday about junior high, so we can get these in adult sizes now too.
That's awesome. Look at
So
that.
they start out at $45. If you want the name embroidered on, it's $12. But if you just want just a vinyl press, we can cut their name out with a vinyl. It's $5.
There you go.
Anything, and we can put footballs, baseballs, chevrons. We can do everything that you can do with a normal Letterman jacket, but just at a more affordable price.
For a little person.
That's right.
70 days to Christmas Eve, folks. I want you to just remember that. So, because it's coming. All right, what else you got, sir?
My favorite pullover. We just got these in.
Oh, yeah.
Hadn't even embroidered them yet.
Man, that is nice right there.
Yep. So we've got those all black, the orange and black, the gray and black, and we've got a navy and gold coming.
These are half zippered down, right?
Yep.
Yep. Half zippered down right to the top of the orange.
And I believe the front of it, it has a pouch right here,
Mm-hmm.
and it folds up. It's called a pack out. So it all rolls up, and you just to a little ball, and you can throw it in your golf bag, your duffel bag, carry it with you.
Wow. How much?
Think that one is $60.
$60.
Yeah.
There you go, folks. A half zip. Very nice. Brand spanking new.
That's it.
Brummett Sports Shop. All right. Let's see. Got a few more here. Got T-shirts.
Yep.
Hampton Bulldog T-shirts.
Hampton Bulldog. This one right here is a youth, but the transfer there glows in the dark.
Really?
Yep. It may be
That's-
blue. It's not like when we were growing up, it was only the lime green that glowed.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got blue for Hampton and Unaka. We've got white and orange for Elizabethton.
There you go, folks.
Glow in the dark.
Glow-in-the-dark T-shirts of your favorite team's logo.
Yeah, we can do any logo, really. So,
That is awesome. So there's so many options. People tell me they watch this thing and go, man, they got a little bit of everything.
Yep.
And they do.
the guy came in a little bit about 3 weeks ago and asked me. He said, "Do you just do everything?" I said, "Well, I've never tried to fly a plane, but the rest of it, I think."
There you go. Haven't tried to fly a plane, but everything else is on the table. We can try it.
But he said, "I can fly one." I said, "Well, between us both, we got it covered then."
There you go.
So, and this right here is our high school Letterman jackets. This one's for Avery County, black with the red leather sleeves. We can do wool sleeves if you don't like leather. But again, the sky's the limit with these. When I was growing up, I thought you just got your name and your letter on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them. We put names on the back, numbers on the back. If you went to state, we've got patches for state. Really, the sky's the limit.
Brummett Sports Shop, folks. Be loyal, buy local. They're local folks. Hello, Chad Macy Odom. How you doing? So appreciate them very, very much here again at Phil's Dream Pit, where we are broadcasting live. We'll take a look at some more college football coming up here in a minute. All right. This is a windbreaker, isn't it, of
Yep.
sorts? Yep.
Yeah, this is a windbreaker. It's a pack-out style as well. It all folds up into the front pocket. That one's embroidered with a Hampton Bulldog on it. So that's just a different style. We get those in white, maroon, and black.
Wow. I like it. Let's show the back of it, too. So with the hood, of course.
And they're water resistant, I believe they're not waterproof, they're water resistant. So after a little while, it will start seeping through, but it's really good for just a drizzle.
There's a zipper on the front, the pouch.
Yep.
Any color, any team,
That's it.
anywhere, they'll send it. Last one here. Love it. The Cloudland Highlanders.
Yep, and that's one of our Augusta. I can't remember what the top of it's like a heathered gold,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom's a solid gold. These go for start at $35. We did a lot for Ryan Presnell. He got the old school Tuffy on them.
Mhm.
Did them in black. These are really, really popular because they're affordable and they're a nice, good quality.
Any color, any team, anywhere, any state. Hello, Linda Pierce. Hello, Tim Dyer, our buddy, our bus driver. How you doing, sir? Drives our kids around all the time. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, you got more. I thought we were done. Cool. All right.
Got two things left.
All right.
So this
We're
right
good.
here,
Wow, this is nice.
a Nike duffel bag.
Wow. That
We
is
can get
nice.
those. We can get Under Armour duffel bags as well. You can do heat press on them. We can do embroidery on them. If you want your number on one side, something like that, just let us know. We can make it happen.
Look how big it is. What's the price on this?
Let's see. That one's $50.
$50. That thing is huge.
Yeah, I mean it is, and we try to be really competitive with our pricing. So I think this is low.
Are we bidding? I'll start off at $8.
That's awesome. Got them. That is huge.
It is.
You put any logo on there you want it. That's awesome.
And I'm not gonna comment on what I won't pay for Unicoi County.
You like
I'll
it?
probably wear it in support right now.
There you go.
Yeah, I wear it in support right now.
Hello, Loretta Sanders in Union, South Carolina. Brian's going to join us here in a minute. All right, so here we
This right here is one of our affordable sublimated shirts. So this one's from the Johnson City Major League, Little League. That's a couple years old. But this one right here, they call it a 5-day, but it takes about 7 once we submit it and approve it. But very, very, very affordable. I think those run around 27, 28. So you can do, and the thing is that if you want one thing on it, it's 27, 28. If you want 100 things on it, it's the same price.
Same price.
Yep.
That's actually soaked into, for lack of a better word, into the material.
Yep.
So it's never going to fade.
That's it.
It's there. Brummett Sports Shop, folks. Lots of options. How do we find you on social media?
Search Instagram and Facebook, Brummett Sports Shop.
Yep. Remember, particularly Letterman's jackets. We've been hammering this since July, but now we're down to 70 days, so you're almost getting into a window now where it's going to be very tight.
Yep.
If you don't order soon, like real soon, like probably this week or next week, you're probably not going to get it.
Yep.
So, and
I actually had a lady send me a Facebook message yesterday. Is it too late to order for Christmas?
Yeah.
I said, no, we can get it if you order now.
yeah. I mean, seriously, we're not trying. This is not a tactic. It's just the way it is because a lot of these places will close down for the holidays for their employees. These mills or whatever you want to call it, the place where they make the jackets. And so you call them, well, we need it. Well, we're getting ready to close for the holidays. So, and it happens all the time. So don't procrastinate.
Yeah.
Give him a call.
We'll do all we can to get
sure.
it here in time.
Sure.
But, in some aspects, our hands are tied. So.
Absolutely. I mean, so why not? Why would you not? If you already got an idea what you want, why don't you go in and call and place that order and get it in the pipeline, get it rolling? So.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, if you just have a basic understanding of what you want, we can do add-ons later.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it all at one go.
Just order the jacket and get it going. You can add the patches as you move on,
That's
or
it.
whatever you want on it. So,
Yeah.
great job, sir. Social
Thank
media,
you.
how do we find you?
Brummett Sports Shop on Facebook and Instagram. Website's brummettsportshop.com. And our email address is brummets1945@gmail.
There you go. We have him every week. Does a wonderful job. Our buddy at Brummett Sports Shop. Be loyal, buy local, mom and pop store in downtown Elizabethton. They'll do any color, any size, any team, and ship it anywhere, local or out of state, in state, wherever. There you go. Quick break. We'll be right back. Enjoy your lunch, sir.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back after this. Show number 2165 from Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
In a world where clutter, trash, and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight clutter, trash, and debris, call Container Man.
The Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. T&S Home Improvements you see on the screen. What's it all about, sir?
Well, we build decks. We do underpinning for mobile homes, vinyl underpinning, CertainTeed underpinning, K-Rock, whatever you want. Build decks, porches, whatever you want done.
How long you guys been in business?
A little over 4 years.
4 years.
Yep.
Geographically, where do you go? Where have you gone?
We try to stay within about 75 miles of the region. We've been all the way over to Virginia, up in North Carolina. Next week, we've actually got to go down to Pigeon Forge.
Awesome.
So
they're everywhere. T&S Home Improvements. So things you guys have been working on, I don't know, last 45, 50 days. What have y'all been doing?
Well, last week we built 2 covered porches, 10 by 20 covered porches. We've done about 6 underpinning jobs in the past 2 weeks, and about 10 small decks in the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Awesome. So, if you need that kind of work done, all they want to do is ask you to let them give you a quote and go from there. Phone number, how do we find you?
Phone number is 423-946-8432.
You're on social media.
On Facebook. TNS Home Improvements on Facebook.
There you go. TNS Home Improvements on Facebook. And they'll go, as you heard with the sound of our voice, probably 50, 60, 75 miles, any radius of where we're sitting here in the Tri-Cities. And so there's a lot of them out there, home improvement companies. What do you feel like separates you from everybody else?
Well, for one, I feel like we're good on pricing, and everything we do for you, we do it like we're doing it for ourselves. So our greatest concern is customer satisfaction.
There you go, folks. One more time, the phone number is
423-946-8432.
one of our great sponsors of the Tom Dillard Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. I believe in these guys. Travis Constable at TNS Home Improvements, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillard Sports Show. I said we're going to talk some Tennessee football to kind of loosen you up, because I know you're a little bit. You've never done this before.
Never done that before.
No, you're scared. So what do you think? What was? All right. By the way, it's our owner Brian. We're going to talk about ordering the smoked turkey, smoked hams in a minute. Hello, Lisa Baker. She loves Phil's Dream Pit. So, question number 1, sir: is Tennessee, are they overrated?
Tennessee's a team with a freshman quarterback. Overrated? No, I think they're sitting in the poll right where they should be. I think you're going to see a game Saturday night between 2 teams that are absolutely reeling.
Yep.
Both coming off big emotional wins, then both coming off of games they lost they probably should have won, then both struggling in another game they should win. Both of them got caught in the classic trap game with Vanderbilt and Arkansas.
Arkansas, absolutely.
Then both of them, and playing pretty good teams in Florida and South Carolina. Not great teams, but better than average still. These are no laydowns. And Nick Saban said there was nowhere that was easy to play in the SEC every week. So, they both struggled at home, but both these teams, I think, when everything's said and done, they probably both deserve to be in the top 12. They probably both won't be, and I think this game's more important to Tennessee than Alabama in that regard, because what I think you're going to see, Tom, is that let's say that Tennessee loses to Alabama and beats Georgia. Alabama loses to Tennessee. Well, let's back up here. Let's say Alabama loses to Tennessee, Tennessee loses to Georgia. Well, you got both teams going in with 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
How's the committee going to look at that? Now, because what you have is a historically, at least in the college, in the BCS time period, I don't know what you call it, but in the BCS time period, you've got Alabama as a powerhouse and Tennessee as almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's certainly a mid-tier top 25 team, if that, for most of the last year. So you'd hope the head-to-head would give the edge to Tennessee, but if not, if Alabama beats Tennessee and then Tennessee turns around and beats Georgia and Alabama stumbles somewhere else along the way and they both go in with 2 losses, I think that nod goes to Alabama. So I think that I think Tennessee needs this game more than Alabama does now, and I don't think at this point in the season with the opponents they have left, I don't see both of them being in that top 12. I could be wrong. A lot of things can happen in college football, but there's still 7, 8, 9 undefeated teams right now, and most of those are going in with pretty cupcake schedules going forward. So I think you're going to have 5 or 6 undefeated teams, and then maybe 5 or 6 at-large bids. You've still got you got a lot of heavy hitters out there fighting for those 1 and 2 loss bids.
So my next question would be, do you see somebody, I guess this won't be Texas, running the table and going undefeated for the whole season? I don't. Do you?
No, I don't.
No.
Certainly, I think if you look at Miami's schedule, I think they probably have the best opportunity to do that. But they have shown that that's just it. I mean, they're really. You tell me the team that's out there that's not shown signs of weakness. I mean, if you want to say, you can say all you want to that the Tennessee's overrated, but I mean that Oregon-Ohio State game came down to the wire. Both those teams made a lot of mistakes in that game. Shouldn't have been that. Should have been a. If either team played cleanly, that's not a very close game.
There you go.
Texas probably looked the best all year. I don't think they've really stumbled. They certainly beat the wins out of Oklahoma, and I'd say that's their best opponent so far. I think they've got a chance to run the table, but it's the SEC, and
well, they've got Georgia this weekend. So.
Yeah, well, you look at Tennessee's schedule. I mean, tell me where the laydown is there now.
Okay.
It was like when you're going, okay, Alabama. Well, okay, Alabama. We're going to take a week off, and then we're going to play Alabama, and then we've got 2 cupcake games, right? We've got a Kentucky team that beat Georgia. got an Alabama team or a Vanderbilt team that beat Alabama. So I wouldn't call those laydowns like they've been in years past. If Tennessee makes it into this playoff, they earn their way in. Nico's got to play better. If Joe Milton had made those 2 huge overthrows that Nico had, people would be calling for his head. But he's a freshman quarterback. I think that he's shown in the first couple of games what he's capable of. Heupel's just got to calm him down and play ball. If they don't turn the ball over on that first drive, I think that Florida game completely different. That turnover changed the course of the game, and it took basically a half of football before Tennessee said, "Oh, it's going to be okay. We can still win this game." I was much more nervous watching Florida line up going for 2 than I was going into overtime. When they lined up for 2, I was like, "Oh boy!" And then, why in the world Billy Napier decided to kick a field goal and try to play head-to-head with a better team in overtime? And that's really when you look at the 2 right now, I don't think there's anybody on paper that doesn't say Tennessee's the better team than Florida.
Yeah.
And if you're the underdog, you put the game away when you can. I've always believed in rolling the dice to the underdog. If you look at that ETSU North Dakota State game, if ETSU plays that game by the book, it's a blowout. But, I mean, they were going for it on 4th and 7 at the 43-yard line in the second quarter. They're doing everything. They're pulling out all the stops to try to win the game, and they almost did. And that's what you got to do with the underdog. I didn't like Billy Napier before he went to Florida. I don't like him now. I don't think he's much of a coach. And
the Gator fans don't like him either.
Yeah, the
so.
Gator fans don't like him. I'm not sure. He may be the most hated Gator coach since Ron Zook. I certainly thought Mullen was a much better choice. We'll see. Maybe they can get Brian Kelly when LSU fired him.
May get Lane Kiffin. You never know.
Yeah, I think Kiffin got it made at Ole Miss. He may go somewhere else, but I don't know for what. If he goes 9-3 every year at Ole Miss, they're going to mount statues of him outside the thing. If he goes to Florida and goes 9-3, he's going to be looking for a job in 2 or 3 years.
Right now, you're exactly right. Ole Miss, man, they love him down in Oxford. They keep giving him pay raises, and so I don't see. But the lure of a bigger, more attractive school may get him. But
I mean, he needs to nurse all those players to keep getting these cramps during the game and take care of them. All those guys keep getting hurt.
We're here live at Phil's Dream Pit. Hello to Coretta Clowney, Miss Clowney down in Union, South Carolina. Hello to Patrick Redwine. And so let's see. We got volleyball, Diane Workman. Hello to you. Hello to George Gwynn, Container Man, Lance Hicks, Loretta Sanders.
Did you say George Wynn?
George Gwynn.
Oh, I thought we said George Wynn.
George Wynn.
The guy from Cheers, Norm. Yeah.
If I ever told you that story, when I was doing the PA at the Speedway, he was up there one of the spring races, and so I had to introduce him. I got to introduce him. The guy's drunk. You know what? Let me just say he had a few. So he gets up on the podium. He says, "Hello, I'm George. Welcome to Bristol." And in fact, it was the day he did it. The race had fallen on St. Patrick's Day. So he has a a clear cup full of green beer up there, and George is hanging on the podium going, "Hello, it's Bristol. Go Bristol." Beating him by whatever he said. He just slurred his words, and they kind of grabbed him, hooked him.
So you're saying all the Bears skits and Norm from Cheers are pretty accurate to his true personality.
Very much so. Very much so. At least that day, the day I introduced him, yes. So, and what was really cool, because right after that, I introduced Sarah Palin. I'm not trying to name drop, but I introduced Sarah Palin, and she gets up on there and she says, "Hello, I'm Sarah Palin, and I'm here." And it's like, and I'm not drunk. She didn't say that, but so anyway, it was interesting. So no, George Gwynns, who we're saying hello to. Hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. Don't forget, we're going to get ready to talk about this. We are 70 days away from Christmas Eve as of today. It's hard to believe. So anyway, I'm going to get you one more. I want to get one more take. The obvious game of the week, of course, here in these parts is Tennessee, Alabama. But on the national scope, it's Georgia at Texas. Texas wins, Georgia wins. Who do you take, sir, and why?
I take Georgia because I think they're better.
Okay.
That I believe Georgia's the class of the SEC. I believe if Saban were still at Alabama, Georgia and Alabama will be the class of the SEC, but I think you're seeing that let down. You see a lot of undisciplined mistakes from Alabama you didn't see when Nick Saban was there.
Yeah.
And that's
Very good
that's
point.
why they're in close games and why they're getting beat sometimes.
Coming up, we'll take a look at high school sports. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. Again, we got some more college football to tell you about. As I'm telling you, you're hearing it here. They've already talked about it. The Big Ten and the SEC are going to meet some more to further what they think common interest. They've already came out yesterday and said we're going to start playing the non-conference games. Alabama played Wisconsin. Big ratings boost. Big money maker. ESPN loved it. Texas played Michigan. Big deal. So they've come out yesterday and said we've already met. So the Big Ten and the SEC are going to do more non-conference games to strengthen their schedule. ACC and Big 12 says you're going to cut us out of the playoffs. And he says maybe.
That's what they're trying to do.
So I'm telling you, it's going to be the Big Ten and SEC superpower conference, and everybody else. You wait and see. I've said this
Absolutely.
for weeks.
That's what they're trying to do.
Oh, there's no question. So, and they're going to do it.
And the Big Ten, the SEC, and everybody else in FCS.
Yeah, I mean that's really what it's going to be. And the NCAA will have no teeth. They're going to go do their own thing. They're going to break away, and then the NCAA will take everybody else. I'm telling you, it's what's going to happen. And you can say I'm crazy, but every week something new. Now they're getting ready to meet some more. So last week they blew smoke up our dress. And well, we're just getting together. Why is the Big Ten SEC getting together in Nashville to have meetings about what? Well, we just thought we'd get together. No, you didn't.
Well, they were discussing what to do about Vanderbilt until they beat Alabama, and now they're trying to they're trying to prove themselves worthy.
Come on, folks. Yeah, don't play us for stupid. We know what you're doing. Call, man up and say that's what you're doing. And now they have. Anyway, so we'll stay tuned. Hello to Chloe. How you doing, Chloe? Thanks for watching. We are live here again at Phil's Dream Pit. They're lined out the door. We love it. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays and open Tuesday through Saturday. So here we go. We're going to hit the magic button. We're going to record this because he's getting ready to tell you about something really cool for the holidays, and here we go. Talking to our buddy Brian Pipkin again from right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Holidays are here. We're talking smoked hams, smoked turkeys from Phil's Dream Pit. Tell us about it.
Absolutely, Tom. We have the most succulent smoked hams that you'll ever feast upon. We get spiral cut hams. We actually put them on our smoker. We brine them in our own special brine, Phil Pipkin's original recipe. We vacuum seal them to hold in the flavor, and we hand them to you all ready to go for Thanksgiving with special instructions on them. We've got 4 different sizes to feed any family, so we've got that taken care of. If turkey's more your thing, we smoke turkey breast. We do that right here in-house. Start with real raw turkey, nothing pre-cooked here, and we season them, smoke them on the smoker. They are succulent, and the vacuum sealing is really the key to this process. We do that with the hams and turkeys both. That just holds in all the moisture, keeps them nice and fresh. It's a whole lot better than the Christmas paper they come in when you buy them at the grocery store or from a lot of the other guys. So it's really something we're very proud of. I didn't mean to go off camera there. Really something we're very proud of here. We've rented extra refrigerator space. I just picked up a second-hand smoker from another barbecue restaurant that shut down, and We're sending it off to Nashville this week to have it refurbished and hoping to have it back where we can up our ham capacity. We are very, very excited about this and very serious about ham. We're going to take all orders, and we're going to do them. When you open up, when you open this vacuum seal package and pop it in the oven for Thanksgiving, you're just going to have the best ham you have ever laid your teeth into, and I promise you that. If you don't, we'll give you your money back.
There you go. So here's how you do it. 349-6437. There's the
Correct.
phone number.
And we will also have online ordering for these at fieldstreampit.com. You'll be able to just click a link there and reserve your ham. So fieldstreampit.com, you can do it that way too. If you don't want to talk to anybody, pick the signs you want, enter your email. We'll send you an email reminder a couple of days before pickup. You'll pick your pickup date, come in here, grab your ham, and we'll have you on your way.
Smoked turkey, smoked hams for the holidays from Phil's Dream Pit. Proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Smoked hams, smoked turkeys for the holidays from right here at Phil's Dream Pit. We just made ourselves a commercial now. The brisket chili. It's rocking. You got that rolling right now? Brisket chili? You got
Not yet.
hadn't come out yet with extra cold weather.
This is the first cold day we've had. We'll have it here shortly.
All right. So,
I didn't know we were live.
yeah. Oh, yeah, we're always live. We stay live. Oh, yeah.
So, we'll have brisket chili when it turns cold and stays cold. So, probably a couple of weeks on that. I'd say you'll see that 1st November. Really, I was thinking about how things are falling this year. Leaves are coming down a lot later than they have in the past. Normally, by this time of year, we'd be pretty covered up. Weather's been still remain pretty warm, but we're seeing the signs today it's going to be a little colder. I put this hoodie on this morning with the intent of shedding it about 11 o'clock, and I've still got it on because it's a little chilly outside.
Yep. It's going to get, they're talking flurries tonight in the mountains. So it's here. Cooler weather's here. Stopped by on the way to Northview Academy on Friday. Got my pregame meal. Got me a hash brown casserole and a pulled chicken sandwich, and loved it. Going down the road, chased with some diet dews. So pulled chicken, pulled pork, sliced brisket, pulled beef, hickory smoked hot dogs. It goes on and on. In closing, I know you get back. Tell me about Dream Packs. You guys sell a lot of Dream Packs.
Dream Packs to go are one of our best sellers. Yes, sir. We just break it down, give you the exact right amount of meat, sides, buns, barbecue sauce, just for the number of people that you're wanting to feed. So it makes it real easy. Instead of you trying to figure out, well, how much do I need for this, how much do I need for that, how much do I need for this, you call us. Had a gentleman this morning said, Brian, I'm trying to feed 10 people. And I said, we're going to do a Dream Pack. We're going to give you your meat, your buns, your barbecue sauce. You pick out what 3 sides you want, and we'll ship it up and ready to go. We can add tea to that. This gentleman had a couple of racks of ribs, and I want everybody to have a couple of ribs each as well. But we've got it all ready to go here with the Dream Pack. You just give us a call or just walk right up to the register. You can order one. That's part of our catering menu. If we can even bring it to you, order to $300 or more, we'll for a small charge we'll have it right to you. We do a lot of deliveries to office, a lot for our office Christmas parties, Thanksgiving parties, things of that nature. We keep that little van on the road running about all the time.
You got it. 349-6437 right off Interstate 26 Eastern Star exit. The quest for perfect barbecue. Here it is, and they crank it out. And there it is, Phil's Dream Pit. Love it, love it, love it. I'm telling you, pull in the parking lot, Pitmaster Brendan's back there, and you just, oh. Loretta says, I'm hungry. You need to come up here out of South Carolina to eat. You come up here, I'll feed you. I'm telling you, it's the real deal. And these hickory smoked turkey, I'm going to tell you this. I know he's got them lined out the door. They're looking at him like, are you going to come help us, owner? So, but here's the story. True story. Last 3 years, I've taken a ham or turkey to the get-together on the holidays. They've had another XYZ. In fact, one of them's already went out of business.
Yeah.
But
that's where we got the smoker from.
There you go. An XYZ company. And so they had theirs on the table, and I brought some. Where'd you get yours? Oh, this Phil's Dream Pit. Y'all may want to try it. They fired up, heated up, bring that on the table, and I watched it all 3 places. They said, we're going to put that in the refrigerator. We'll eat that later. Let's eat the one Tom brought. This is really good. I'm telling you.
Well, and Tom, I'm very hesitant to talk about other people, but since they're gone now, it's a little bit different. I will tell you that place you're talking about doesn't smoke their hams. They buy them pre-smoked. They hit them with a little seasoning and a blowtorch, and they unroll them and get them out. We actually take our hams out of the packaging, put them on the smoker with smoke, charcoal, wood, the same process we use to cook ribs, pulled pork, pulled chicken, everything we do that same thing with the hams. It gives them a very unique color, and it really holds the smoke flavor into them, and that just makes all the difference. It's a labor of love. It is more time consuming. I will promise you we spend more time on a ham than anywhere else that you're going to go, but we've got it down to a pretty good process. Like I said, we rent extra equipment to make sure we've got the ability to do it and meet our customers' needs, but it's something pretty special, something we're we get a little choked up every year when we come in here and we think about all the happy families getting together at Thanksgiving and Christmas and other times of the year, and the centerpiece being one of our hams. So
there you go. 349-6437. You back at it.
Yep,
Thank you,
I'm going
sir.
right here. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate coming. Love coming out here. He's the man. We'll take a break, and here he is talking about catering on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Coming up next, take a look at high school sports right here. Talking to one of our great sponsors again, our buddy Brian Pipkin from Phil's Dream Pit. Catering. Tell us about catering.
Well, Tom, that's one thing that we don't advertise a whole lot, but that we do a lot of is catering for events. So you can give us a call. We can quote your pricing, sit you down, tell you exactly what we do, but we bring a crew out there. We set everything up for you. We serve all your guests. We tear it down. We clean up after ourselves and basically just take care of the whole shooting match for you. So we do a lot of weddings. Recently handled a celebration of life for a 5-year-old who lost his battle with cancer, so that was a little bit of an emotional day. But whatever the needs are, we're going to try to fill them. So give us a call. We'd love to cater your event.
Can we order anything off the menu, or do you have a select catering menu?
We do have a little bit of a selection. About the only thing that we can't do catering is our hash brown casserole. It doesn't travel and serve particularly well in that environment. It's something that needs to come out of the oven, stay warm, and stay fresh, but everything else is opened up. If it's not something that's on our catering menu and it's something you want, we'll figure it out.
What about the sides?
Sides, we do. So when we cater an event, we're going to come in with meat and with 3 of our sides. So, most customers take our pulled pork, make it simple. That way you don't have 5 or 6 different things and make sure you don't run out of food. But we can bring pulled pork. We can do our beans, macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni salad. We're going to bring 3 of those sides with us. Make sure your guests have plenty to eat. Bring an entire crew out. Serve it just like you do here in the restaurant. We've got warmers that travel with us that run off electricity that keep things a lot hotter and fresher than the little gas things that you always see people bring out. So it's a full event. We bring our van, bring a crew, and we can get you set up for whatever you want.
Is there a number that you'll max out at, or the more the merrier?
The more the merrier. It gets cost prohibitive to do really small groups. We'll quote it for you, and we'll try to make it work. But typically, you see it start paying off at 75, 100, 125, 150 people. And I know a lot of your following comes out of Elizabeth, and we'll go to Elizabeth and cater. I've got a wedding there in a couple of weeks that we're getting ready to do. So, we'll travel for these catering to make it work for you if we can.
How do we get a hold of you?
423-349-6437 is the best way if you want to quote on catering. You can also view our website, philsdreampit.com. Select a little drop down that says other menus, and you'll see a catering menu and pricing, but we'll sit down and figure it all out for you and make it work if we can.
There you go. Well, our great sponsors, folks. Love coming out and promoting these folks again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brian and the gang right here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Interstate 26, Eastern Star exit. Can't go wrong. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays at Phil's Dream Pit. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live here again. Oh, James Wesley, how you doing, sir? David Miller, thank you guys for watching. Let's take a look at some volleyball and soccer for coming up tonight. Let's pull this back here just a smidge here. This is hot. Seems to be hot anyway. The meters are pegging. We'll be at Chick-fil-A tomorrow. Thursday, Lingerfield Drug Center. Friday, we'll be ready to go with the Customer Appreciation Day. Lots of free food at David Collins and Company. Coming up on Friday. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow. Let's take a look at volleyball. The regional volleyball tournaments. Tennessee High defeating Sevier County last night 3-1. Science Hill beat Cock County 3-0. So tonight they'll play it. They'll come back up here, which I think is the right thing to do. They're going to play it at Science Hill at 6 o'clock tonight for the regional championship in AAA and AA. Greenville and Gibbs at 5 o'clock. Volunteer and the Lady Cyclones at 6:30. Those two winners will play at 8 o'clock tonight. See, I don't get that. Said this yesterday and we'll say it again today. The AAA played last night, and they'll come back tonight and play the championship. They get a night to rest their legs, so on and so forth. The AA says, no, we're going to play everything tonight. I don't get that. You go all season long. You're trying to get to the state tournaments, the regionals, the next step to the sub-state or sectional, then the state tournament, and you're asking these teams to come out and play two tonight. Stressful? Absolutely. Greenville and Gibbs at 5 o'clock, Volunteer Elizabethton at 6:30. The two teams will play for the championship at 8 o'clock tonight. I just think it's wrong. I think they should give them a day off like the AAA did. AAA figured it out. Why can't the AA and the single A doing the same thing? South Green and Eagleton at 5 o'clock. West Green and Washburn at 6:30. They're playing that one at Washburn, and the two winners will play tonight for their championship at 7:30. Wrong, but they're doing it. They didn't ask me. So, but it's just, you play all season long. You play all these tournaments, all these games, and it's, this is when it counts. This is the big deal. It's showtime, however you want it, whatever adjective you want to use. And to ask them to come back and play back-to-back with everything on the line for your season. And, of course, at that point, they're going to say, well, if you get to the championship, you're guaranteed to play in the sectional. Okay, I get that, because the top two teams will move on. The winner of the regional will be at home. The loser will travel. But still yet, in my humble opinion, which means nothing, why would you not just give them a night off and come back and say, okay, you know what? This is for all the marbles. This is a big deal. Let's give you your optimum chance to be at your peak performance and give you a night off to rest and come back. And they look at me like, we don't care what you think. Okay. And that's okay. Nobody's asked my opinion, but that's what I think. I think I'm right. So, because if I played, which would I rather do? Come back and play another round, in a drama, stress-filled. I mean, you're stressed out just to get where you get to win the first one anyway. In this case, Greenville, Gibbs, Volunteer, Elizabethton, and AA. Single A, South Green, Eagleton, West Green, and Washburn. I mean, it's all pressure packed for these guys anyway, or these ladies in this case. And so I just don't get it. I don't understand it. It's too easy to say, okay, come back tomorrow, go home, get a good night's rest those legs, be ready to go for the regional championship. Anyway, did they ask me? No. Do they care? No, they don't care what I think. All right, soccer. Here we go. AAA semifinals tonight. Sevier County at Science Hill. Dobbins Minute of Jeff County. All right. So here's my perfect point right there. Way to go, Tom. You thought this one through. The girls' soccer, they're going to come back Thursday and play the regional championship. Why don't they turn around and play tonight? I mean, what? Hello, young lady. Sit down right there. Hand me those ball caps. That way. There you go. It's crowded. Real crowded. I love it. But there's a perfect point right there. Yeah, you can move that chair back. Yeah. Perfect point. Sevier County, Science Hill tonight. Dobbins Minute, Jeff County tonight. And the winners will come back Thursday and play the regional championship. Well, if you're going to use that mindset, they should turn around and play tonight. What's the difference? Well, soccer. No, there is no difference. The volleyball girls deserve to have a night off to rest just like soccer. It's wrong. So does it matter in the big scheme of things? No. Do they care what I think? No. Am I right? Yes. All right. Double A semifinals tonight. Granger at Tennessee High, Crockett at Greenville. Single A semifinals. University High at Kingston and Oneida at Chucky Doak. And all three of these classifications will play tonight. They'll get a day's night's rest and come back and play Thursday. It's hogwash. If I was a volleyball coach, I'd be up in arms. Say, nah, they can do it. Why can't we do it? In fact, I don't know any other sport that does it, that they turn around and play the same day. No. Baseball did down at Greenville, down Tusculum. So I'll take that back. Anyway, They don't care what I think. I keep saying that, and they don't. Here's your top 25 college football: Texas, Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia. You like the polls. Tennessee fans don't. Then comes Miami, Alabama, LSU, Iowa State, and Clemson out of the Big Ten. And the SEC, how many of those are there? Texas, Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia. No, you won't steer him wrong with that hash brown casserole. That's good stuff. He'll be glad you told him about that. That's good stuff. Alabama, LSU, Iowa State. Out of the top 10, you've got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the only two that are not SEC or Big Ten are Clemson and Miami. So 8 out of the top 10 are either Big Ten or SEC schools. Still coming in here, folks, in waves. We're here again at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue, man, it's awesome. Absolutely will wear it out. These two kids got pulled pork, I think. Pulled pork sandwiches, hash brown casserole, got beans. Good stuff. And, of course, we haven't even talked about the desserts. Banana pudding, where they have lots of bananas. You don't have to go looking for the bananas. They're all over it. They're in there. You don't have to dig very far to find you some nanner pudding. Bananas in the banana pudding. We're live here. We'll be at Lingerfield Drug Center coming up on Thursday. Let's see what Eric has to say about what's going on there. I had another person tell me this week that they got frustrated with their pharmacy and they went to Lingerfield because they couldn't get their prescriptions filled. It just blows my mind when people have to go back over and over and over to get the prescription to pick it up. So it's not ready. It's not ready. You have to come back. It's not ready. People need a prescription because they're hurting. That's why they get the prescription, to fix the problem they've got. They don't have to go back 4 or 5 times to get the prescription. You don't at Lingerfield Drug Center. Back after this, more college football next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled, and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time-consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show. Smith from Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show. Things that you do, maybe some things folks don't realize you do at PTS.
So a lot of people think that we hang our hat on sports and providing sports coverage, which we do, and we do a very good job with that. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but there's a reason that we've been doing this since 1976, and we continue to be the go-to people for this. But some of the things that we treat that people don't realize that we treat is just generalized deconditioning. People that aren't able to get up out of chairs, people that aren't able to work, people that want to be able to go and see their grandkids play sports, but they can't make it from the parking lot into the stadium. So we help people do that. Vertigo. We do a lot of vertigo work and a lot of dizziness work. We're one of the few vertigo from the American Balance Institute, one of the few vertigo clinics within the state of Tennessee. We do a fantastic job with that as well. And the other thing is, because we've been in business for so long, we are very well integrated within the healthcare system of Northeast Tennessee and outside of Northeast Tennessee. So if we can't help you, we can refer you to the right people that can provide you with the appropriate care.
Awesome. A lot of things. Website, how do we find your website? What's there?
ptstn.net. You'll find our information, contact information. We're currently redoing our website, trying to make it better and updated. Really, the best way to get in touch with us is to call us or stop by, set up for a consultation, and we can point you in the right direction. Whether we're pointing back at us to get you taken care of, or we are pointing you to one of our fellow clinics and fellow physicians.
Phone number is
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, PTS, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, you see half of him over here. He's still mad. We're Raiders fans, and they are absolutely awful. I'm just going to tell you. So we'll throw off on them for a little bit. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of oxygen on them because we run down the field. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. I'll get out my yah-yahs here in a minute. Let's take a look at college football. The biggies this week, obviously, number 7, Alabama, number 11, Tennessee. I was telling this gentleman here that we lose Peely, huge, 29 tackles, tied for tackles on the team, gone for the year, the torn ACL. It's a huge hole, folks. Well, they got somebody next man up. Well, they do. They have a next man up. There'll be a new man out there. But it ain't going to be Peely. This guy could play. Torn ACL, he's done for the year. Graham Mertz tore his ACL, the quarterback for Florida, gone for the year. Isn't that terrible? I hate that for these guys. All this practice, all this time. And so, you know, in Mertz's case, it was a non-contact injury. Guys backing up, walking off the field, heard something pop. It wasn't a hit. He was literally backing up on the field after a play and felt something pop, and he's done. Number 6, Miami at Louisville. The Hurricanes and Clemson, only 2 non-SEC Big Ten teams in the top 10. They play at Louisville. Is it a trap game? We'll see. The Cardinals can play spoiler here against the number 6 Hurricanes. I don't think they will, but they could Saturday in Kentucky. 24th ranked Michigan, number 22 Illinois. The Illini beginning to get it together here, which is a team that's not been that good over the last 4 or 5 years, and now they are. Michigan ain't even close to what they were last year. I'm going to pull the upset. Illinois is going to knock them off in Illinois. Place will go bananas to beat Michigan. I'm sure it hasn't happened very often. The biggie and the big game, number 5 Georgia and number 1 Texas. So watch the Bulldogs game, sleepwalks what this story says. Yeah, they kind of, you know, I'm going to get Brent on there and talk about it in a minute. Is it the case of, you know, Georgia's not that good or these teams aren't that good? Or is it the parity in the Southeastern? I mean, it's the best conference in football. I mean, Vanderbilt, okay, was it a fluke against Alabama? I don't know. They go to Kentucky, beat Kentucky at Kentucky. Well, Kentucky's not any good. Okay. Then they get a big quality win earlier in the season. They pushed somebody to the brink before they got beat, or did they beat them? Can't remember who they beat now. They're all running together. Tennessee, Arkansas. You know, is it a fluke? I don't know. Tennessee did not impress me against Florida. I watched Heupel's press conference. Well, we did, you know, we gutted it out, and we did, but and then everybody wonders why we drop in the polls because he didn't blow them out. And it's a football team that's reeling in Florida. I mean, some of the decisions Billy Napier made, I'm thinking, I didn't get it, but it's easy to second guess. Oklahoma State at number 13, BYU. That may be the best, most underrated team in the country, BYU. They can play. They can flat get after it. So the rest of the top 25, number 2, Oregon and Purdue should be a blowout for the Ducks. I like the Ducks. By the way, the too many men on the field at the end of the ball game was intentional. He comes out, Coach Lanning comes out and says, I did that on purpose. It stopped the clock. Ohio State got a 5-yard penalty, but they lost 4 seconds on the clock. They couldn't get back. He said, we did that on purpose to eat the clock up. Smart play. Very smart play. Ryan Day, we gave you the numbers yesterday, 2-6 against top 25 opponents. He ain't getting it done. He's underachieving in Columbus. Number 8 LSU at Arkansas. Should be the Bayou Bengals. 9th ranked Iowa State at Central Florida on Saturday. 10th ranked Clemson. Don't look now. They're 10th in the country and playing some really good football. Strength of schedule, it's the ACC. You got to play them. They got Virginia at home on Saturday. Number 12, Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. 14th ranked Texas A&M at Mississippi State. Number 17, Kansas State at West Virginia. The coach for West Virginia says, can you all support us a little bit better? We'll put a better product on the field, be what I would tell you. So, I mean, come on. It's like the Raiders go, can you cheer us? Well, do something that's worthy of cheering, for crying out loud. Yeah, the West Virginia coach came out and said, Neil Brown, can you guys give us a little bit more crowd support? We'll earn it. And I don't even like West Virginia. I'm a Marshall guy, which is a whole other story. We gagged it the other day. I went to church bragging that we won. I got back home. The guy said, I don't think you did. I said, yeah, we did. I thought we did. It was like 26-3 or something. I go home, check after church. We got beat. Oh, lousy. Here's a couple of teams to keep an eye on. Number 16, Indiana, and the Nebraska Cornhuskers, right outside the top 25, number 26, the Huskers. Indiana under Signetti playing some pretty good football. They'll play that one in Nebraska. Go Huskers. Missouri and Auburn. Trap game for Missouri. You're going to think I'm nuts. I'm going to pick Auburn in the upset. They didn't play. I watched them play Georgia a couple of weeks ago. They didn't play that bad. They're not a bad football team, and Hugh Freeze got them coming. And the last one, SMU, 21st ranked SMU at Stanford. That's what's going on in top 25 college football, the biggies, as they say. We are big in here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Taking orders now with the smoked ham, smoked turkey. Tom Sterling talk about that. No, it's not. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. Half the store is Christmas. Are you kidding me? It's like fall's getting squeezed. And so, no, it's not too early to be talking about the holidays. And certainly ordering your smoked ham or smoked turkey from Phil's Dream Pit. As you heard him say, some of these other places, they don't even smoke them. They blow a little smoke on them, make it look smoke. I mean, they put them back in the smoker, and they smoke all night long. And they are the real deal. Trust me. Smoked ham. Are you a ham or turkey guy? Correct answer, sir. When you see him, he says both. So you're about to see him. Anyway, it's 349-6437 to place your order. They sell so many of these. They bring a refrigerated trailer out here to store them in there for folks to come out and pick them up for the holidays. Again, from Christmas Eve to today, you're at 70 days away. So it's not that far away. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Let's go back and pick up, let's see. How about this one? We'll get him lined up, ready to go. Here's some highlights from the Daniel Boone football game. You're watching the Tom Dooley Sports Show live at Phil's Dream Pit. If you missed Friday night's win over the Daniel Boone Trailblazers, you missed these exciting Cyclone football moments.
Big play here. It's third down and about 4. Clock's against us, 12 seconds to go. And it's third and, as we said, 3rd and 4. What we're going to do at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, well, again, I would try to roll out here again, maybe a similar play. Maybe look for the slant right here, but something in the air.
Schlegel wants to go. Home run ball in the end zone's got a man out there, and it's going to be caught. Did he get it? And as they signaled,
touchdown!
He did! Touchdown, Cyclones! 6-yard line. 2nd and goal, Cyclones. Clock winding down, 5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. We're on the move, 7-0, knocking on the door here. Rhett will keep it again. Schlegel will bounce off Kodak in behind him. He'll go to the 5. He'll go down inside. He'll pound it to get it, and he did! Touchdown, Schlegel. Touchdown, Elizabethton Cyclones. Jay Train back there's a single setback. He'll get the handoff. Nope, he'll throw the home run ball in the end zone. Got it. Cotto the shoulder. And touchdown. Elizabethton touchdown.
And that's Whitehead.
Whitehead with a touchdown with the Cyclones.
Yeah. Great little hitch and go action right there. Again, similar play to what we scored on earlier when Wallen scored in the back corner. Very similar play, but a little hitch there by Rhett, and then again just laid that ball out. Another beautiful ball out there far where only receiver could catch it. The Cyclones have really blown this one open.
Cyclones up 20-0. Looking. Now Landon Hughes after him. Penalty's going to be a hold. He'll run for dear life to the 30. Fumble the football. Cyclones got it. We'll be on the far sideline, and we'll see how far we go. Keep running. Fumble the football. He's at the 40, 35. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He scores a touchdown for the Cyclones.
And CJ
flag.
He could be starting at a lot of schools around Northeast Tennessee, even though he's a young guy, but a bright future ahead.
Double C Western Supply first down. CJ gets another handoff at the 40. He'll break a tackle to the 35. Stiff arms a man to the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cyclones. Touchdown, CJ Mathis.
And this looks like a drive right here where they really want to try to get him an opportunity to get in the end zone, because I think he really settled us down offensively early and was a real key for us in this game to kind of get untracked and kind of get rolled.
2:25 to go in the football game. 3rd down and 1, Elizabethton. Down around the 7-yard line. Get to the 6 to move the sticks. The Train's got it. He'll go to the 5. He'll go to the 4. He'll go to the 3. He'll go in. And did he score? Touchdown. Cyclones touchdown to J-Train.
Good for him. Good for him.
Join us this Friday night at 6:50 for another night of exciting Elizabethton Cyclone football. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live here at Phil's Dream Pit. The Assistant Athletic Director, Miller University. We love promoting the Buffs. Love it. The Buffaloes. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Good.
Good.
You want to get it out of your system? You want to kind of, yeah.
We can.
Oh, me, oh, my. So I'm listening to it on the radio. The guy does a pretty good job. Jason
Horowitz.
Horowitz.
Yeah.
Does a pretty good job. Lincoln Kennedy, his color guy, never has anything good to say. He's negative Nelly all the time. But anyway, their play-by-play guy, I was listening to him on the Vegas radio station. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. He gets fired up, gets excited. So anyway, they get right down the field, opening drive, shove it down the Steelers' throat. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm in there. I'm fired up, war hooping, and screaming and hollering, having a big time. Then from there on out, it was dismal, to say the least. We get a big play, and we get a roughing the quarterback, get something, we did an interception, had called it, we got an interception called back. Just a myriad of stupid things.
Yep.
They give Tom Taylor the ball, his first NFL carry. That's a Tom Taylor move, fumble the ball. First play. First handoff ever as a pro running back. Fumble the ball.
Yep.
And they go down and score. So it's just a comedy of errors. I mean, I
have a theory on the way that the Raiders offense is put together. My theory is they script about 8 to 10 plays. They script the first 8 to 10 plays of the game. They do well on them because they scripted them out ahead of time.
Right.
And then Luke Getsy decides, all right, now I got to figure out how to do these plays without, preparing myself. And the rest of the game, they can't move the ball because they can't. They're not scripted.
There you go.
That's my theory. They always do that. Every game, their first drive, they look competent on offense, and then
the wheels fall off.
Yeah, wheels fall off.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I didn't see it. I was listening to it.
Yeah.
And, he paints a pretty good picture. And, and they go down the field, and so they pull Minshew. They start, most of you could care less, but we're Raiders guys. Let us have our 2 minutes of solitude here. So they put the new quarterback in. Pretty inept, I think.
Yeah.
What really smokes me is Devontae Adams standing up there. He's not playing. That just fly. Get rid of him.
Yep.
If you don't want to play, get rid of him. Go get a draft pick.
Well,
so
I'll break some news to you.
There's an update that he's gone?
There is an update. Devontae Adams got traded to the Jets this morning.
Good. Good. Get him a Jets passy. And they need him. You talking about a team that's the wheels are flying off. The New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers, again, final possession, throws an interception. He gets out the postgame and complains about the officiating, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Come on, dude. about over there in Rogers' story. I mean, it's like, really? I mean, it's like milking a Jersey cow. How much longer you going to milk this cowboy? It's like, you ain't getting it done. So Adams is gone.
Yep.
He'll get to New York and trash the Raiders, and so he's standing over there the whole time, but he won't play. So the other guy didn't play. Myers didn't play. I don't know if he's hurt or is he.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Okay. So anyway, who do we take on this week? We've got the Rams in L.A. So I told my granddaughter, I said, no, but this is where we start this week. She says, you say that every week. I said, we're going to make our Super Bowl run starting this week. She said, Granddad, you're 2-4. You're terrible. You got beat by the Panthers. And this is what I told her. I said, you keep that up. Christmas is almost here. I'll remember this coming to Christmas shopping. Well, that clamped it. Boop. So, anyway, we're Raiders guys, and they're terrible. Are they that bad, or are they just something's not right? It's never right with the Raiders.
Well,
there's always something every year.
There's many things that are wrong. I don't think we're very good. They just don't have a lot of talent offensively. Like, if you looked at their roster this weekend, they went into this weekend. I know there were injuries. Adams wasn't playing, but your top two receivers, Adams and Myers, were out.
Yeah.
And then beyond them, you might know the name of one guy. Like Trey Tucker is probably the only name you actually know. You got DJ Turner, Tyreek McAllister, and Christian Wilkerson. You never heard of these people,
no.
right? That's
for a reason.
Yes, exactly. It's difficult to win games when you have guys that really are not difference makers. And really, I think just the thing is they've leaned on their defense so heavily that the bow has broken on defense. You got to ship the bow. If it breaks, it's not going anywhere. And so the defense is the bow, and it's broken because they've been trusted to be on the field for 40 minutes a game. So it's just really bad, just generally.
I was feeling pretty good until he sat down. I'm about ready to start crying. It's like, is it really that bad? It is that bad, yeah.
It's
that bad. It's that bad. And then they got the Rams and they got the Chiefs coming next week. So, but as squirrely as the Raiders are, they'll give them a good game because they're nuts. They're all over the road. And then on top of, let's see, you've got Adams is gone. Oh, they got Max Crosby coming off the field and shoving one of the coaches. He said it was a love shove. I don't think it was a love shove. I'm just saying. I went back and watched the video 3 or 4 times. I'm thinking, if Brendan came off the court at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse and shoved me like that, I'm not going to take that as a, gosh, he likes me. I don't think so. So here's the thing. We're Raiders fans. There's been a controversy every single year of this football team.
Yeah.
Last year's Garoppolo went from the transition from Oakland to Vegas and get the stadium ready, and then Mark Davis and as the owner, and he spends money like it's run like there is no tomorrow, and on and on and on. Am I right? Every year there's something.
Yeah. Josh McDaniels gets hired, gets fired in 2
There you
years.
go.
Like,
that's it.
Just there's so many things that organization. It's just so dysfunctional. It has been for so many years.
It is. You're right.
Since the early 2000s. I remember I was 5 years old when we went to the Super Bowl in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, it has been an absolute desolate desert for the rest of those years. There have been there's been maybe 1 year in that portion of time that was like semi encouraging.
Yeah.
When 2016, when Derek Carr took him to 12-4, and then in the final game of the season he got hurt, and he couldn't play in the playoffs, and we got destroyed because we had some backup quarterback in the
Tom
playoff
Taylor.
game. Yeah, exactly. Connor Cook, I think, was the name of the person. You don't even know nobody knows who that is.
No, I don't know. So who was the guy? Who was the quarterback? Rich Gannon.
Yeah, Rich Gannon.
In
prior
2002
to Derek Carr. Yep.
Yeah. So I read something the other day, and we'll get into Milligan here in a second. I read something the other day where they were talking about bringing Gruden back. Well, the NFL's not going to let him come back. I don't know if he'd come back.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, but it's just, it really is a shame. He's right. It's a dysfunctional franchise. It's a train wreck. Your wife told me, you want to just mention the Raiders, put a quarter and pull the handle. And he's right, or she's right. So Anyway, it is what it is. Hello to Stephanie Witcher. Thank you, lady, for watching. And Michael Hoffman. We're here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. What'd you get the last time you were here, by the way?
I got the pulled pork sandwich.
Yep.
And it was very good.
Yeah, said it's the best barbecue he's ever had.
Yes.
So we're fixing to grub out here in a minute too. So, by the way, I love working with this gentleman, and I love working with his boss, Christian Pope, and his sidekick, Kaylee Hendrickson. They do a wonderful job. And so we've got volleyball on Saturday. Montreat, you can tell the story. As a result of the flooding, they're going to be coming, instead of going over there to play, we're coming to Steve Lacey to play Saturday morning. Tell us about it.
Yeah, exactly. Montreat, their fall sports seasons were derailed by Hurricane Helene, and it came through and really did some damage to Black Mountain and Montreat. And so the college, actually, their gymnasium was basically flooded. And so the water damage was so bad that they're not going to be able to use it for the foreseeable future. And so their volleyball team is continuing their season and is going to be playing away games or at neutral sites for the rest of their conference schedule, and also for the postseason. But with Milligan's game against them that was scheduled for this coming Saturday at Montreat, it will now be at Milligan instead, and that'll be an 11 a.m. First serve on Saturday. So Tom going to have it here on Tom Taylor Sports. And
absolutely.
We love when he comes out and broadcasts our games and just gives Milligan the coverage that we feel like they deserve.
Absolutely. It's a great program. We got 1,200 kids out there doing some really cool things. We'll run down through the numbers in a minute. We always do that. I mean, the national championships and All-Americans and all that for a school of 1,200 kids. It's incredible. So, and by the way, we had the Moonlight Madness last week, wasn't it? It's all running together.
Yep.
Moonlight Madness last week. The kids, they did that over and under game, which was really cool, the student body. And so that was really neat. A young lady named Faith won the 55-inch television, which is really cool. So they did some things to get the kids out of the dance team, had the cheerleaders there. So basketball right around the corner in a couple of weeks. We're very excited about that. Tell me, again, this is kind of an update for you to learn more about Milligan University sports. It's an awesome place. Again, as we said last week, at the end of and I talk about this with Christian on Saturday, what other school, I've been around a lot of schools in my career. I've never seen a school. Bill Robinson came down after the basketball inter-squads and got everybody come down out of the stands. Not just play, everybody came out on the floor, held hands in a circle, and prayed for the folks in Carter County and in Johnson County and all the places in western North Carolina for the devastation of Helene. And at that point, Milton was bearing down on Florida, so we prayed for them too. So I don't know if any other school ever did. I've never been around somebody that's done that. They've had FCA chapters and so on and so forth, which is all good, but to have the entire crowd come down, get in a circle and hold hands and say a prayer, only at Milligan University, folks, in my opinion. Cross country, what's going on with the cross country team?
Cross country teams have been having really good seasons. They're both ranked number 1 in the nation right now in the NAIA, so that's a pretty big deal. They've also coming up here next weekend, so a week and a half from now, they have a race called the NAIA Appalachian Challenge. That's a race out in Knoxville. It'll be run at Sequoia Park, and that's on the Friday, October 25th. And so that'll be basically their last tune-up before they head to the conference championship meet in the beginning of November. So looking forward to that, to see if we've got any qualifiers for nationals as individuals in those. And so cross country heading toward the end of their season, and conference championships coming up quick.
Let's don't gloss it over. They're ranked number 1 in the country, NAIA schools.
Yep.
How many NAIA? Probably a couple hundred?
Yeah, there's about, I think, 240.
Number 1 guys, number 1 girls cross country in America right now. Milligan University. All right. Soccer. What's going on with soccer right now?
Soccer. We're heading toward the end of the conference slates on both the men's and women's side. The men are currently in first in the AAC standings. They're ranked number 11 nationally, so number 11 ranked team in the nation in men's soccer. Women's soccer are not nationally ranked, but they are third in the AAC standings right now as well, behind 2 other schools in the conference that have had really good seasons, undefeated seasons. So they're next up on that list. The way that the conference tournament works, top 10 make it. There's play-in games for 7 and 10 and 8 and 9 on both sides, and then from that point, it's all at home school sites. And so the conference tournament will all be home games. So if you're trying to come out and watch some postseason soccer, there will be definitely a lot of it at Anglin Field, especially on the men's side. They pretty much should have home field advantage all the way throughout if they finish in first.
So soccer's wide open right now. The men are 11th in the country. Both cross countries are ranked number 1 in the country. It's incredible. 1,200 kids. Cycling, what's going on in cycling right now?
Cycling, they are preparing for NAIA, or not NAIA, but USA Cycling National Championships at the college level coming up at the mountain bike national championships, which are down in Georgia. So that should be an awesome event for them, and hopefully Milligan will come out with some team national championships and some individual champions.
Volleyball's won 4 in a row. They took care of business, and so where's their next match?
Yeah, volleyball actually plays tonight. They play on the road at Bryan this evening down in Dayton. So if you're wanting to watch, you can head to MilliganBuffs.com. We'll have that live video link for you posted there as well.
MilliganBuffs.com, so you can watch it. Now, we're going to be streaming it live, obviously, with audio and video on Saturday. 11:45 airtime. First serve will be, 10:45 airtime. First serve will be at 11 o'clock. The Lady Buffs and Montreat coming to town. Again, where you've got me sitting on the court side, I mean, to watch, and I go through this every time I do this, but Ella Maiden, Avery Maiden, Shelby Miller.
Oh, I meant to tell you, too, Shelby Miller was just named the Conference Attacker of the Week.
3,000 assists, wasn't it? I read where she had.
Yeah, Colby had her 3,000th assist as well. Yeah, she this weekend on Saturday actually she reached that mark, and that's really impressive.
Yep, she's the singing setter. She comes over the post game and she gets picked player of the game, and I'll say sing a little bit. She sings at chapel all the time at Milligan.
Mm-hmm.
So she broke out in the garden, standing in the garden alone with the dew still on the roses, and so one of those traditional hymns. So I call her the singing setter. But you have, I call them the M&Ms, Miller and Maidens, the Maiden girls. It's unbelievable. I mean, there again, I sound like Gomer Powell, but, they hit it with such force. And in Shelby's case, several times she'll be hitting off her back foot. She gets the 4, but sometimes she hits it back like this and still gets kills.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's, and you got Zoe Larkins playing well. You've got Riley Brin. You got Steele, Sarah Steele playing well, Kara Ryan.
Yep.
Addison Varney. I mean, these girls, I'm doing this all from the top of my head. I wouldn't leave anybody.
It's a deep team for sure. They've got all kinds of talent across the whole roster. So you're right. I mean, it's a joy to watch.
Yep. And it's fun to call. I love calling it. And these girls enjoy the fact we're there. I mean, they very appreciative of the fact we're there, giving them the coverage they deserve. NAIA school, 1,200 kids. It's awesome. So we got basketball right around the corner.
Yeah, we do.
Swimming's getting ready to get going.
Yeah, they actually just did get going.
Yeah.
They were swimming up at Kingsport Aquatic Center at the King Invite this last weekend and had several provisional national qualifying times for individuals. So that's a big deal in the first meet of the season to have qualifiers already with provisional times. So that's pretty good.
So the winter sports is swimming, men's, women's basketball, and indoor track and field, right?
Yep.
So
that's correct.
31 sports. This guy's in charge of keeping them rolling as far as putting out the publicity. And we love using these airwaves, and I hope you enjoy as much as we do. We've not got into basketball yet, but as we said tonight, we had a bunch of people watching an inter-squad game that, just kind of showcasing both teams, and, of course, got a chance to see the big boy.
Yep.
He's good as build, Tamba, 7-footer. And so Ange.
Yeah, Anjay.
Got to learn that.
Tamba.
Anjay Tamba, 7-footer. And so he can play. I mean, he's not just out there. You see some guys 7-footer stiffs. It's like, And when I see these guys, I'm thinking, God, if I could just be that big, I would rip your head off. You would not be able to stop me. And some of these guys in basketball, do. I'm thinking, dude, God gave you 7 feet worth of height. Be dominant. This guy can be dominant, can he not?
Oh, yeah.
He can play. He runs the floor like a deer, like a gazelle. He can get up and down the floor. It'll be fun to call their games. It'll be fun to call the ladies, too. The ladies, they're very deep, too.
They are.
Very deep. Led by Samaj Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who else?
Longmire.
Lena Lyon.
Yep.
Getting a lot of playing time at point. Jenkins from Daniel
J.C.
Boone,
Jenkins.
J.C. Jenkins. They are very deep and fun to watch. So anyway, we got Milligan basketball coming up. Spring, we'll be doing some softball and baseball. The other thing about this, every time I'm on campus, you're telling me there's a prospect, there's a recruit. I mean, there are folks coming all the time, isn't there?
Oh yes, I mean every single day. We had 2 cross country / track and field runners that came in this morning that we put graphics on a TV for them this morning. We are always having baseball players coming in there, softball players are coming in there, basketball players are coming in there, volleyball players, soccer. I mean, really everybody is coming in through the gymnasium, and you're seeing them walking around campus. So that's one of the things I think about Milligan that's really impressive is this is a school that's going to recruit year-round for the type of student athletes that they want to be part of their programs.
Yep. We're here live again at Phil's Dream Pit. We're very excited about it. So, I don't know who else. I'm sure these other schools are streaming it, but, for me it's a treat. I mean, it's really cool to be around people that think like I think from a spiritual standpoint. And, it's winning. They want to win. That's why they're there. But at the end of the day, it's, it's all kept very much in context.
Right.
We want to win, absolutely want to win championships, but end of the day, we want to be good people and be good ambassadors of the Lord. That's what they push. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to put you to the test here before I let you go. We're getting ready to eat, by the way.
Yep.
Michigan and Illinois Saturday. Who you like in that one? 24 against 22.
I like Illinois.
I do too.
And I think I think that is great because Illinois deserves a good football team. They have suffered through so many years of just nothing, thinking, hey, we just got Lovie Smith as a coach. Maybe he'll fix things. No, and then they have to go to the next guy, and so now they've got where they've gotten to at this point this season. And I mean, they had a couple of really good chances early in the season against Penn State. They had a chance to win that game. There's been a couple games where they've been really competitive against really good opponents. I think they're a great football team.
Indiana and Nebraska. I mean, Nebraska's number 26 in the country. Indiana under Coach Signetti playing some pretty good football. These are two teams. Nebraska's been down for a while. Indiana's been down for a long time. So it's really cool to be talking about them. Hoosiers and Nebraska. Who do you like?
Well, this one's a tough one because I think when I look at the quarterback play, I think Nebraska's got a little leg up there. I think Raiola has got the talent to be a really good quarterback, and obviously he's playing in his freshman season, so he's young and he's going to have to learn a little bit. But I think Raiola's got some massive talent. That's just a toss-up for me. When I look at Indiana and Nebraska, I think they're both good teams, and I think they both, it'll be a competitive game, a 31-28 for one team or the other. One of those close, tight battles all throughout.
Going to be a shootout is what he's saying. All right, let's look at a couple more here. The obvious, Georgia at Texas. Who do you like in that one?
Man, that's a tough one. When I look at Georgia, it just feels to me like lately, especially, the culture is a little bit off to me. It doesn't feel like it's felt like in previous years.
Good point. Excellent point.
Just the culture side of things, it just feels very pressing and almost like a ton of pressure on them. And it's just kind of eating away at everybody, their psyches. So to me, I think Texas has been the best team in college football to this point in the season, and I think they probably roll past Georgia here to continue in their undefeated streak.
Yeah, I think there's something missing. Of course, and Saturday I watched the game, and so a couple of times Kirby Smart went back and talked to the offensive line, and so he's talking to them, and they're not even making eye contact. They're looking away like, okay, when's he going to shut up? I mean, that's maybe not what they're – but the body language showed me there's something – he's nailed it. There's something missing in that Georgia football program. I don't know whether they're just burn. I don't know what it is, but they're not on their A game. Maybe they were looking ahead past Mississippi State to play Texas. I don't know. They're about to get a big dose of the Longhorns, Quinn Ewers, and so you're taking Texas or Georgia?
I'm taking Texas. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I do think that in the times where the big plays need to be made, Texas is going to make them.
Miami at Louisville. Louisville can play the upset guy here. Miami's sixth in the country. They, as I said earlier, they and Clemson, the only two in the top 10 that aren't Big Ten or SEC schools. Miami at Louisville. Is that a trap game for the Hurricanes?
Yes. The way I see Miami, they're just really a funky team. They go in and they've got these games against teams that they should really take care of. Blow out. California, like Virginia Tech hasn't been very good. Those teams should be blowout wins. Like you shouldn't be squeaking by in last second, situations where you get the victory. And that's been the case for Miami. So I don't know. I think Louisville's a better team than both those teams that I mentioned. So Miami's got to put it together and get the victory if they're going to win against Louisville.
All right. Last one would be the obvious, right down the road on Saturday at 3:30, the Tennessee Volunteers and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Shoo.
Tide or Vols in Knoxville? Who do you take?
Both these teams have been a little suspect last 2 weeks.
Amen. Absolutely.
Alabama in the first half of their game this last week. I'm trying to remember who they were playing.
Vanderbilt.
No, the one after that. They were
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. They were behind in that game for a while.
Struggled.
And South Carolina is not a team that is playing very well. So you look at both these teams being kind of in a downward spiral-ish. Tennessee and Alabama kind of were able to take care of business and wins last week, but it wasn't convincing. And I think both of these teams, it kind of just depends for me who's at home, and Tennessee being just kind of slow on offense the last couple weeks. I like Bama's offense a little bit more right now, but I think Tennessee and their defense could be okay to keep them at bay.
Of course, we lose Peely.
Yeah, that's true.
He's gone. Torn ACL. His second, tied with 29 tackles on the teams. He's gone for the year, which is big. So being in Neyland, place will be rocking. Alabama, another team that's off. I mean, they're off a lot. It's not the same football team. I don't know if it's because of DeBoer or no Saban or they're not bought into him, but there's just something missing. You nailed it about Georgia. And I would agree with Alabama too. I don't know whether pressure, the expectations, and is it tough to get these guys up every week? Every game's a big game in the SEC, but for whatever reason, Alabama's off a step or two, as is Georgia.
Yeah.
Now the question is, it remains for me, is it because the SEC is that, there's more and more parity in the SEC?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it is. I mean,
I do too.
You've added Texas and Oklahoma to the fray. I mean, there's the more good programs you can get, the more tough battles there are for these top flight teams like Georgia and Alabama. And we've seen it so far this year that there has been parity across the board.
Well, there's no more cream puffs.
Yeah.
I don't
even Vanderbilt now is not. I mean, this year they've played really well. They beat Virginia Tech to start the season. Virginia Tech coming into the year was expected to maybe turn some heads.
Well put.
Vanderbilt comes in and beats them in week 1. I mean, that's just a testament to the SEC and their top to bottom competitiveness.
So who's the cream puff? It's not Vanderbilt anymore.
No,
I guess it'd be somebody in the West.
I mean, Mississippi State.
State, maybe. I mean, that's Missouri's ranked. Let's see.
Yeah.
Auburn, Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M, Arkansas is not a cream, but not a lackey.
No.
I was impressed with their quarterback.
Yep.
Ole Miss certainly isn't. They're ranked, so I would guess the cream puff of the Southeastern Conference at this point would be Mississippi State. Without looking at the standings, so, and I may be missing somebody. See who's in the East: Georgia, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Missouri. There's no cream puffs there. I guess the bottom of the barrel in the SEC right now is Mississippi State, who pushed Georgia for a while.
They did. Yeah.
So there you go. So MilligandBuffs.com is where you go to find everything. So the cross-country teams both are number 1 in the country. The men's soccer team number 11 in the country. The women's soccer team number 3 in the league. Volleyball is top 5.
I believe they're third now.
Third in the league now.
Because they upset Johnson on Saturday,
That's right.
which you were calling.
Yep. 4th, so they've won 4 in a row. They go to Bryan tonight down in Dayton, Tennessee. So we'll have the Buffs on Saturday morning against Montreat. As we said, airtime 10:45, first serve at 11. So we'll get to work with my buddy here and also with Kaylee Hendrickson and the what's the young man who runs the camera?
Oh, it kind of just depends on the day. Sean sometimes.
Sean, the guy,
most
football
of the time.
official. Yeah. So who watches the show, and I appreciate that. So, are you hungry?
Yes, sir.
All right. That's all I needed to hear. That means it's time to quit talking, take a break, come back and say goodbye, and let him go order. We'll be right back after this. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. Speaking of the game Saturday, here's what you need to get: the Dream Packs. Either Friday night for the high school games or Saturday. Of course, they're closed on Sundays. Well, on Saturday for the college games, the Dream Packs from right here at Phil's Dream Pit. What are they? He's about to tell you here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. We start them off at 4. Dream Pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides, gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertising out from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, a quart and a half of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want, $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open.
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media?
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is.
That's
our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Tomorrow, Chick-fil-A, Johnson City. Stacy Carter joins us, head football coach at Science Hill. Andrew Smith will join us, sports writer, Johnson City Press. Greg Salyer, Mr. Baseball, joins us. Game 2 of the series tonight. Tanner Bybee for the Cleveland Guardians and Garrett Cole for the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. You got to like the Yankees with Cole on the mound, and you're just waiting for Aaron Judge to break out. And I think when he does, this is going to be a monster breakout. This guy struggled. He's going to be the MVP of the American League. It'd come down to him or Bobby Witt Jr. So I'm thinking it's going to be Judge. And so the Dodgers and Mets travel today. They'll be back Game 3 tomorrow night. It'll be Walker Buehler for the Dodgers and Luis Severino for the Mets in New York. I'm going to guess it'll be Long John weather in New York. It's going to be cold there tonight. Maybe Travis Kelce will be there with Taylor Swift, who were last night. That's all. Yeah, really. Who cares is what I want to say. I was going to say incredible talent. I don't know. Anyway, she's going to be there tomorrow night with Travis Kelce. So, or were the last night. I don't know if they'll be there tonight or not. But anyway, it is what it is. And so you look at me and go, who cares? And I'm right there with you. Who cares? But they're there. And so, the Lord died for them too. That's the way I look at it. Speaking of, let's wrap it up. We always wrap it up with the verse today. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross. We started with this one, and we'll finish with it. It's really powerful verses. And so let's pull them up here. And, again, reminding you to please go ahead and order the smoked ham, smoked turkeys. Oh, yes. So here we go. Here's the verse today, and it goes like this. Jeremiah 17:5-7. Verse 5 says, this is what the Lord says, not Tom Taylor. This is what the Lord says. Cursed is the one who trusts in man, who depends on flesh for his strength, and whose heart turns away from the Lord. Whew. There's a sermon right there. But on the flip side, it's verse 7 you drop down. It says, but blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. Oh, yes. You try and do it yourself. Brian Pipkin will tell you that. Brendan Sweeney will tell you that. Tom Taylor will tell you that. You try it on your own, it's not going to work. I'm telling you. I've done it for a long time. finally turn my life over to him, it's been a whole lot different. So you think you can do it? He owns everything. He controls every heartbeat, every movement, everything. So there you go. So that's a good one to end on. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for our guest, obviously Brendan from Social Athletic Director Milligan, and also David Lyons from Brummett Sports Shop. And, of course, Brian Pipkin in the middle talking about the smoked ham, smoked turkeys. They are unbelievably good, I'm telling you. So you got to get you one for the holidays. Do you get anything for saying this, Tom? No. No kickbacks. I'm just telling you. It's worth every penny you spend. And this year they're going to have small, medium, large, extra large sizes based on your needs for your family and the folks you're going to be with. Danny Spencer, hello, sir. That's a new name. Nancy Pruitt. Hello to Taz Irwin. That's not a new name. Hello, Bubba. Hello to Brenda Wampler. Hello to Mason Johnson, Phil Whitaker. Hello to Jeff Ford. Hello to Jimmy down in Atlanta. Hello to Rick down in Pensacola. Hello to Stephanie Witcher. Michael Hoffman. Stephen Batzold. Hope I don't mess that up. Didn't mean to. Hello to Colin Brown. Some new names. Larry Peters. Hello, Patsy Lyons. That's not a new name. Hello, lady. Herman Sapp. Jim Budd. Hope I'm saying B-U-D-D-E. Would that be Bud? B-U-D-D-E. All right. Gene Krigsman. And if I'm butchering these, I don't mean to. Rick Hart. And Brian McAllister. See, that's a new one. Glenn Brewer's a new one. Thank you. Francis Russell, you're a regular. Thank you. So thanks a bunch, everybody watching the show. Back tomorrow from Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. We'll wrap it up by always the same way. Bloom where you're planted. Make a difference. When you walk in a room, make sure people say, man, I'm glad you're here, instead of going, God, get out of the way. Here he comes. Bloom where you're planted. And win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2165 of the Tom Douglas Sports Show today, live at Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. And their motto is, as we said, the quest for perfect barbecue. See you back